Confession time. Nigerians facing widespread hunger under Buhari, NSA Mongona reveals all. That is Buhari's national security advisor. You know, this guy was the same person who raised the alarm that service chiefs did not procure the weapons that they were supposed to. The money that was released, 1 billion was released then, and they did not do it. You know, there are some persons that God will use to bring some things to limelight in this Buhari's administration, whether they like it or not. Then the North were against him. How can you disgrace Buhari and the government? Even then, the service chiefs, the one that is now ambassador to Benin Republic and the rest, they were against him and what have you. And that died a natural death. Anyway, it's the same man that is revealing and exposing. Now listen, all this one Buhari is telling Nigerians that they are working and doing anything. People are dying of hunger. And you see how Nigerians are reacting to the statement, because it's a very shocking confession being made by Buhari's aide. Yet all the details. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if this is your first time. Thank you. Nigerians facing widespread hunger under Buhari's administration, NSA Mongona reveals all. President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osibanjo are working hard to resolve the country food crisis as Nigerians grasp for widespread hunger, says the National Security Advisor Babagana Mongona. Mr. Mongona said the president pledged to tackle the country's widespread poverty at a security meeting attended by Mr. Osibanjo, security chiefs, and some ministers in Abuja on Thursday. The last National Security Council meeting we had was on June the 8th. From that time on, a lot has happened within the security domain. Mr. President called for this meeting. Mr. Mongona explained it was actually supposed to be for the next week, but he drew it back for today. He observes reasons why that was done. Mr. Mongona further says it is not good for us to deceive ourselves. There is widespread hunger in the land. The economy is not better. The situation is getting worse. President Muhammadu Buhari and Osibanjo are on top of it, but Nigerians are hungry. Things are going from bad to worse. People can barely feed. Things are really bad. Families can barely get by, and the cost of living as inflation rises is getting terrible. People are really going through difficult time. This is not what you will hear conventionally from government officials, but that is the true situation of things on ground. We must tell ourselves the truth, so when we acknowledge it, we can work towards it to change what is going on. We also address the issue of prevailing situation, which is widespread. You know, issues of hunger. He said the security advisor. The president is oblivious to the pain of the people and is working with the vice president. The vice president is the person he has put in charge to constitute a committee. So the president do not really understand what is going on. People are hungry. The pain is seen on the people's face. The vice president understands this, but the president may not truly understand the picture of what is on ground. It describes Nigerian widespread hunger as an emergency and says this has called for serious attention, and people must not be allowed to wallow in hunger, because hunger can cause a man to become desperate to do anything in the course of the prevailing situation. We must do something. So my people, now confession time, like we tell you. You see the vice president eating rice with students. That was the time that, that they said they were trying to do something and help people and what have you, to children. They were feeding them in school, of which we know presently now that the Minister of Finance, Zainab, is calling billions and billions that they've used to feed school children. Well, in my state, so they never feed any school pikin in my own state. No school, they never feed any school picking at all in my own state too. So this is what is happening now, and these are some of the things going on. These are some of the issues happening, and Nigerians must be aware, because this present situation and the present predicament facing the country and facing everyone is what we must really tackle. The current administration, I want to say that the vice president may be more closer to the people, but do not really understand all that is really going on, because if they do, they will do more at it. First of all, employment. Buhari came to Nigerians telling them that they would do something about employment. Do you know, up to date, they have put an embargo on employment, and you know why that is? So that people can continue to depend on them. Is a tactic to keep people dependent. Is a wicked tactic, okay? To keep people in a state where they can no longer speak. This is terrible. It's a wicked thing ongoing, where they keep people down, oppressed, and put down. This is a shame, where a government, go and look at the United Kingdom, go and look at America. I'm not saying they are perfect and they've got all their I's dotted and all their T's crossed, but they are making what we call effort to bring the people out of the present predicament, so Nigerians can go about their life. This is why people must not, keep quiet with all that is happening. If we stay silent and we do not speak, we allow those people to continue in their track. Everybody must rise up, and speak out. There is a lot of hunger threats and evil going on. There is a lot of things happening. Buhari does not know. That's why he would say it's a confession time. That's why we say it's confession time. Because Buhari, all he did was appoint Osibanjo, and Osibanjo should head that committee. He left it for Osibanjo. He left it for Osibanjo, and he has gone ahead. See, if we don't rise up, it's sad and it's a shame that these things, might cause Nigerians, as it's already causing the country to want to divide. You see, Nigeria remains as one in 2023. We must do more of speaking rather than being silent and allowing us to be oppressed, because these people do not care. They're only looking after themselves. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.